The FacilityPro SCADA software is based off the GE iFix platform. SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. This system allows for complete monitoring and control of the cleanroom environmental monitoring system, as well as generation of reports of the system's operation. The main page consists of 3 sections: the header, the display area, and the access tabs for system operation and control. The header displays information related to the system. It lists the current users logged into the system, as well as which machine the software is connected to. Additionally, it notes whether you are connected to the primary server or the backup server. The display area can show a facility map. On this map, key areas are noted and the types of sensors located at each area are displayed. The legend has predefined symbols and shapes for particle, microbial, and analog outputs for use with items such as light towers. Additionally, for each sensor, the color defines the activity of those sensors. These include idle, starting, stopping, waiting and holding, sampling, delayed start, warning, and alarm or fault conditions. To get a closer look at a particular section of the facility map, simply click to get an expanded view of that area. Once in that area, the specific sensor data is displayed. This information can include the sensor state, the readings for that sensor, in this case, the particle counts for 0.5 and 5 micron particles. Also noted is if the sensor is an alarm or has a failure. Additionally, with this particular sensor, there is the display for the local light tower tied to the monitoring alarms. In order to gather data, the system must begin taking a sample. Samples are defined by recipes. A recipe is a set of instructions to the system telling it which sensors to begin measuring and gathering data from. The sensors are selected that will be added to a recipe. Characteristics such as volume or length of the sampling time can be entered into the recipe. These parameters vary depending upon the type of sensor being selected. In this example, we are selecting a particle sensor that will run for 35 minutes. All actions that make changes to the system require tracking to assure 21 CFR Part 11 compliance. Once a recipe has been created and saved, sampling to that recipe may be completed. Enter the sampling editor and select Insert to create a new sampling plan. Choose the appropriate recipe to be used for the sampling and enter the additional details for this batch, as well as selecting the sampling mode. Once selected, tracking of these changes is 21 CFR Part 11 compliant. Once a sampling plan is active, the system status becomes active and data is gathered. From the main screen, the location shows as green and data is being gathered per the sampling plan initiated. The alarm states can also be easily assessed. For example, if the location turns red, it is in an alarm state. Values can be shown on the summary screen, all values, for each sampling point identified by module. This screen also shows the serial numbers of the devices, as well as the calibration due date for each sensor. This screen also shows the serial numbers of the individual devices, as well as the calibration due date for each sensor. The alarm page shows all unacknowledged alarms that have occurred on the system. This page shows the date, time, area, status, and the description of the alarm. Alarms may be acknowledged individually or by an entire page. When an alarm is acknowledged, the same required electronic signature tracking to maintain 21 CFR Part 11 compliance is applied. Reports can be run on any data stored in the system, including audit reports, data reports, and trend reports. Reports can be selected by start date and time. Reports can be filtered and shown in a variety of graphical or numerical formats. In addition to reports, audit trails are also available. In the system screen, you can manage the users, backup and restore the system, and manage other high-level functions. Users can be administrators, operators, power users, or supervisors. Within each of these groups, the security settings can be uniquely defined or commonly applied depending upon the security requirements of the individual customer location. The sampling data is stored separately from the alarm and events. System backup can be manually initiated for each item separately. If it is necessary to restore the system, sampling data can be restored separately from alarm and events. The user interface is a critical part of any SCADA-based system, allowing for the easy collection of data as well as providing reports that provide valuable data for proper operation of a controlled environment for the manufacturing of products.